So we'll continue our discussion on planar graphs. Let's revisit Peterson graph. So here is the Peterson graph. So we define a graph operation called edge contraction. So what is that? Suppose you have an edge UV. There are other edges incident on this. So now I perform G dot UV, which means this denotes contraction operator. So I am contracting an edge UV. By contraction I mean delete. So by contraction we mean delete the edge UV and merge the neighborhood of U and neighborhood of V. So which means we create a new vertex Z such that neighborhood of Z is neighborhood of U union neighborhood of V. So on contraction this will become Z, and if this is x1, x2, x3, x4, then Z will be adjacent to x1, x2, x3, x4. It's only union. In case there is a vertex which is present in both, it will be listed once. So we delete this edge, we merge them into one vertex. So merge the neighborhood of U and neighborhood of V to neighborhood of Z. Okay? And it turns out that this contraction, edge contraction, is helping us to define or to talk about planarity and non-planarity. Let's look at this graph. Now let's perform G dot UV. Now what happens to the graph? Now what happens? I delete this, I merge U and V to a single vertex Z. Now all other things remain the same. XY and this. Now you see that on merge U and V will be merged to a single vertex, and you may get a parallel edge. But because graph is simple, so we drop this edge, we draw the edge XZ exactly once, and all other neighborhoods are unchanged. Okay, Z is already there, let me call it as Z prime. Okay, so now on contracting these two and other neighborhood remain the same, then neighborhood of U and neighborhood of V will be at Z prime now. And suppose the graph is like this, you contract U and V, then this is P5, on contraction it becomes P4. So you have this, you have Z, then you have this and this. Suppose this is XYW, you get XYW. So in general, you take Pn and contract this. So Pn dot UV, what is the resultant? You get Pn minus 1. Similarly, take Cn and contract any one edge, you get Cn minus 1. And so take say K4 and contract an edge. Suppose we contract this edge, then all of this will be merged. Suppose we contract this, then what happens? Kn dot uv gives you Kn minus 1. Fine. So now let's do contraction on this. Suppose I contract these two and then I contract this, followed by I contract this, then I contract this, then I contract this. We see that we obtain an interesting graph when we start doing the contraction of this first, followed by this, third and fourth, this. And now edge contraction and the study of planarity as an interesting application, we will connect that through this example. So now when we contract this, what will happen? This edge will come over here, this edge will come over here. Then, which means when we contract this UV, what we have is this one remains the same. Now you have something going out like this. Okay. So this is what we have. Now what will happen? We are merging these two. So now when we merge these two, this edge will now be here and this edge will now be here. Okay. Now in the next iteration we are contracting this. Then what will happen? This one will disappear. This edge will be here and this edge will be here. So like that, if we do it, next we contract this, then if we contract this one next, this will not be there, then this edge will now be here and this edge will now be here. Okay, and one more contraction if you do, then we will have this. Fine. Then if you do one more, this will disappear. Then this is precisely this. Now what is this? After performing a sequence of 5 edge contractions, we perform E1, contract E1, then E2, E3, then E4, E5. So on contraction, what we obtain is K5. So we get K5. We know that K5 is non-planar. Therefore, there is an interesting result. We can conclude that Peterson graph is non-planar. Okay. So an interesting result due to Kuratowski. So the interesting result due to Kuratowski says G is planar if and only if G has no K5 or K33 minor. What do you mean by minor? K5 or K33 is obtained through a sequence of edge contractions. If you can obtain K5 or K33 through some sequence of edge contractions, then the graph is non-planar. And if it is planar, it's if and only if. If it is planar, then there is no minor K5 or K33 minor. So the interesting part is we know K4 is planar and K5 is non-planar. So starting from K5 all are K6, K7 and all. If you just drop one edge, it is planar. Similarly on the other side, K23 is planar, K22 is planar, K33 minus E is planar, but starting from K33 it is non-planar. So up to this planarity is there. So interesting part is given a graph, if you see that K5 or K33 is there as a subgraph, then we can immediately conclude. We know that the previous result says if subgraph is non-planar, supergraph is non-planar. But there are other interesting results, for example one due to Krotowski, that says we may not see K5 as an induced subgraph. For example, there is no K5 here, but through a sequence of edge contractions you arrive at K5 or K33, then you can conclude that the parent graph is non-planar. So although there is no K5 or K33 explicitly as an induced subgraph, but one can obtain K5 through a sequence of edge contractions. So this result says it is non-planar due to the presence of K5 over here through edge contractions. So this is one result. There are other interesting results. If G is planar, then number of edges, okay, so we call this number as M usually. Number of edges is at most 3 times number of vertices minus 6. So M is at most 3, this we call it as N, 3n minus 6. So number of edges is at most 3n minus 6. This is only one way, necessary result. If G is planar, then number of edges is at most this. Converse need not be true. Okay. And the next one is, let's look at minimum degree. So minimum degree in any planar graph is at most 5. Suppose there exists a planar graph. Suppose there exists a planar graph. Suppose there exists a planar graph with minimum degree at least 6. Look at the degree sequence. Degree of V1, degree of V2 and so on up to Vn. Minimum degree is at least 6. So which means for all of them minimum itself is 6. So for all of them degree is at least 6. Then let's look at the degree sum. Degree sum says 6 plus at least 6 and so on. Degree sum is at least 6 times n, and we know that degree sum is precisely what 2 times the number of edges correct? And now degree sum is at least this, that shows that number of edges is at least 3n, correct? 6n is this, so 6n by 2, and you see that number of edges is at least 3n, but this result says number of edges is at most 3n minus 6. So this is contradicting result 2. So this is contradicting result 2. So therefore our assumption is wrong. So minimum degree in any planar graph is this. So assumption is incorrect. So for all v, you see that for minimum degree in any planar graph is at most 5. So let us revisit plane drawing and come up with a formula relating number of vertices, edges, and we define something called face, and we will see and what kind of relation we are going to get. So this graph has 4 vertices and number of edges is 6. So we define something called a face or a closed circuit. It is a closed circuit. Circuit by definition it is closed. So it is a closed circuit, so which means 1, 2, 3 is face number 1, and 1, 3, 4 is this, and 2, 3, 4 is third. So basically an induced cycle. Now it is drawn on a plane, that is another face. So which means in terms of face, if you talk about this has 3 interior and 1 exterior. So overall there are 4 faces. If you take say a tree, now this is not having any closed circuit. Number of vertices is 5, number of edges is 4, and it is drawn on a plane, so that is counted. So it has 1 exterior and 0 interior, so number of faces is 1. Okay. Now let's look at a cycle. You see that this is face number 1 and it is drawn on a plane, so exterior is 1. So number of vertices is 5, edges is 5, number of faces is 2. So take a plane drawing. With respect to a plane drawing, you should talk about this. Okay. Now if you see that this is face number 1, face number 2, face number 3, face number 4, and it is drawn on a plane, that is this. These things are not part of any interior face, but they are part of exterior face. So number of vertices is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 vertices. And edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 12. So there are 12 this thing. And how many faces are there? 4 interior and 1 exterior, so 5 are there. Okay. So now you see that when you take a graph, take its plane drawing. With respect to the plane drawing, you should talk about this. So don't take K4 as such. Take the plane drawing of K4. With respect to K4, plane drawing of K4, you can talk about number of faces. Euler, the great scientist, he brought a relation among these three. It's called Euler's planarity formula. So from this example, we can see that if G is planar, then number of vertices minus number of edges plus number of faces, let me call it as F, this number is 2. And so we see that this number, you see that this number is 2. Okay. So you see that number of vertices minus number of edges plus number of faces, this number is 2. So take a graph and its plane drawing. With respect to that, see number of interior faces and exterior faces, then you see this interesting formula. So one can prove this formula using mathematical induction, and there are 3 parameters. So one can do induction on the number of vertices, one can also do number of induction on number of edges, or induction on number of faces. It's an interesting case study, and if you try all 3, induction on all 3 parameters, you will actually understand mathematical induction thoroughly. The way you discover the base case and the hypothesis to induction step, and how exactly induction hypothesis is brought in the induction step, all that you will appreciate much better than our earlier discussions once you do mathematical induction on all 3 parameters for this case study. And make an attempt. You can always refer Scribe and other resources available online to learn more about this. So the interesting part of planar graphs is you see that it has nice characterization through graph minors, and there are formulas relating the number of faces and number of vertices and edges. And more about this, and when we talk about coloring and other interesting ideas, we will revisit planar graphs.